Hello. So I'll be giving a demonstration of my project. So the concept of the project was to develop a suite of applications, and one of them was a web app, the other was a Facebook app, and essentially the objective of those apps was to retrieve data from users, and the main technique for retrieving data from users was through questionnaires. So basically, clients create questionnaires for users. So here, let's open up a new Firefox tab here. I'll show you the app itself. Okay, localhost, BlinkZig. So that's the login page. Oh yeah, one small thing I want to say here was um, the it's running on localhost because at the time I had submitted my project, I hadn't linked up my domain with my project directory, so that's why it's still running on localhost. Um, right. So here we have the login page. Welcome to BlinkZig, and I'm just going to create a new account at the moment. Right, so I'll use my KCL email address and I'm going to sign up. Yeah, so here um, I use Google's Firebase authentication for the login procedure. So this handles the initial sign up and sign in flows of the application, and it was chosen because this provides the highest security for users, because essentially one of the main objectives of the apps was to maintain security. And so here I'm going to log in using this Firebase authentication component, and it's creating account. So I'll enter my first name, last name, and I'll just make a random password. Okay, so it's going to send me an email for verification, as you'll see. Okay, so now my email address awaits verification. Yeah, that's the email I just got right now. Yeah, okay, I'll just show it to you. Yeah, so this is the email. This is a link sent by Firebase app, and this is the link. I'll show you the link in a moment. First, let me tell you, this basically now says that I've signed up and my email address awaits verification. So essentially I have to verify my email by clicking on that link to get access to the application dashboard, right? So right now, in a moment, you'll see that the application dashboard itself is on this link. Right now, if I try to go on it, it won't let me because I haven't verified my email yet. So there's no way to, sneak into the application. There are no security loopholes. And now I shall click on this link to verify my email. Alright, so as you can see, it gives me a confirmation message that my email address has been verified and I can access my dashboard from here. And this link is email verified. Okay, I'll show you one thing about that in a moment. First, I'll click on the access dashboard, right? Okay, so here we have the dashboard, and essentially here it shows me the client ID number. This is a unique identification number, UID, and is generated through SQL. And in this dashboard, I have numerous things that I can do, numerous actions, and before I go on to that, I'll show you the link that was generated was email verified. If I try to go on that again now, it will just redirect me to the dashboard. So that link is accessible only once, and that's also another example of how the redirects are handled by the application controller, and in a way that uh, doesn't allow users to go out of track or somewhere undesired. So now at this dashboard, I'll show you something. Okay, yeah. Before that, I'll show you the client. Now, this new client was created in the database, right? So I'll actually show you that this client with this client ID number with my email address associated with my email address has been created in the database, my SQL database that I'm using. So I'll just go over to the database that I have open in a terminal window. So this is connected through Google's Cloud SQL proxy, and as you can see here, this is working in a terminal window, and this is directly connected to the database that I have. And here I'll just enter a command to see if the connection is there. Yeah, all right, we're connected, we're good already. And now the tables are seen that are in the database. So now I'll just have a look at the client table, right? Okay, so here, as you can see, I have one of my old account. This one here, that was for my previous account, and the one that I just created now, the new account with my KCL email address, it has been added to the database, right? The new client has been created, and the client ID number that was generated is the same here. So it's the client ID numbers was generated automatically by SQL. Is it confirms that the client addition was successful. Okay, and now I'll show you an interesting feature. If I close this browser window, right, and then I reopen it and go to the dashboard, it will redirect me to the dashboard, and it will automatically take me there. I don't have to log in again, because uh, I'm using browser cookies to achieve this. So essentially, my PHP application controller creates a browser-based user cookie with encoded user information, and to keep the user logged in so they don't have to log in again within the same browser unless they log out manually, right? Okay, and now let's see the actual some functionalities of the questionnaire platform. So here, let's see the currently all sent questionnaires for this new account. So at the moment there are no sent questionnaires. I haven't created any questionnaires yet, right? Um, I'll go to the dashboard again, and what I'll do is I'll prepare a questionnaire now, right? Prepare a questionnaire. So this is the questionnaire page, and it's a new questionnaire has been generated, and this is the unique link ID for that questionnaire. It is actually a UUID, which is also automatically generated by SQL, and it is different for each questionnaire. Okay, so we'll try to add a question, and as we can see, we have two options: multiple choice or textual answer. So I'll press textual because I want to create a textual question first. And here I'll just enter a question. So, how have you been over the past week? Okay. And now we'll add another question, multiple choice answer. So here, as you can see, the multiple choice question has been added. And first I want to say was here, any button that we press, it will automatically save the questionnaire at that point. Okay, so right now we have the new multiple choice question, and we're gonna enter a question: how was your day yesterday overall? Then we can add options: first, good, bad, another one. We'll add a choice, okay, and we can add another option: terrible. All right, and then we'll go ahead and save, press the save button. Yeah, okay, so now we have the options saved, and what we're gonna do now is change. I'll show you. I can change the choice ordering. So right now, for example, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can change it to, let's say, 3, 1, 4, 2. So that would mean that the choice that is currently in position 3 will come in this spot here, and the choice in position 1 will come into this spot here, and so on and so forth. So the choices that we enter, they represent the current position, and they will go into those specified positions. Okay, so 3, 1, 4, 2, and let's save it. Okay, so as you can see, the choice or ordering has been changed and it's saved now. Okay, so now let's add another choice option, and let's just say, just write random and then save. Okay, now it's saved. Right, so now what we'll do is we'll sign out of the application. Okay, and we can close this tab, and I'll show you the questionnaire at the moment in progress with the two questions from the database. So if I go here, I'll show you the tables. So from the questionnaire table, let's see the entries. Okay, so the one we're concerned about is this questionnaire with this link ID. Okay, and as we can see, the, one second, I'll just move this over here. as we can see, the database has recorded the questionnaire with 2 questions, and these are just the individual question IDs, and the Boolean flags that we have. There are 2 Boolean flags, sent and submitted. So both are currently false because neither has the question been sent nor has it been submitted, obviously. Okay, and okay, so that's good, and I'll now go ahead and show you the Facebook app, right? Okay, so let's go to this application. Okay, so here we have the Facebook app, and what I'm gonna do is log in with my account. Okay, so here it shows that the app BlinkZig asks for permissions, necessary permissions for the user data that it wants to access, and so we're just gonna go ahead and allow this. So continue. It's open in a new pop-up window, by the way, in the login. Okay, and this has logged me in, and I just got a notification on my mobile phone just now, and if you can see, it's telling me that notifying me that I just logged in to my BlinkZig app. So I think this is see, it's pretty cool, and now let's just go to the dashboard, right? Try to access the dashboard. Okay, so this is the Facebook app dashboard, and here we have the different actions that we can perform: access received questionnaires, view personal data, right? And here we have the user ID number, the UIN. So this is again a unique identification number that's automatically generated by SQL, and if you see, it starts with U and then the number, so it's different from the one for the client, which starts with C, and then it's unique for every user, for every client. Okay, and let's just make note of this user ID number. Okay, let's copy this, paste it here. Okay. Right, so actually I'll just go and see the received questionnaires. So at the moment we haven't received any questionnaires from any clients, so that's why there are currently no questionnaires to show as expected. And so now I'll just go show you the web app. Okay, so web app, since we logged out, we're going to log in again. Let's enter using the same credentials, but try to enter a wrong password this time. Okay, so it didn't let me, so now I'll enter the correct password, sign in. Right, okay, so the dashboard is here, and what we need to do is resume preparing the questionnaire, right, that we left earlier. So we'll go to this button, view unsent questionnaires in progress, and as you can see, the questionnaire is popped up showing the link ID of the question, and this has been saved, and it has been saved at the same um, at the same with the same status that we left it. So it was uh, we can just continue from the point where we left off, right? Okay, so we'll just add another question. So add a textual answer question, and let's just put random question. Okay, and then we'll just go ahead and click on save. Okay, so it's been saved now, right? So now let's actually change the question order itself. So at the moment it's 1, 2, 3. So let's make this 3, 2, 1. So we just put in 3, 2, 1. So this means that the question currently in position 3 will come in this position, so in the first position, and this is 2, so it will stay there, and the question 1 will come in this spot, in the third spot, right? Okay, so we'll save that. Okay, so yeah, as we can see, the question position order has been updated as desired, and now we can we'll just add another question. Add a question, textual question. Let's write a question. What are your thoughts about the current political scenario in the United States? Okay, so we have the question, and what we'll do is we'll just add another question, which will be our last question, multiple choice. And as I said earlier, pressing any of these buttons here will automatically save it, so we don't have to press the save button only in order to save it. So this was saved, as we can see, and the multiple choice question, we'll put the question, let's say do you have any plans, do you have any outing plans for this weekend? Okay, let's enter the choices, yes, no, and we'll add one more choice. We'll say going to decide, right? Okay, so now finally I'll show you the preview button, pressing on the preview button. So this will generate a preview of the questionnaire in the format that will be shown to the user, Facebook user. So here you can see the questionnaire has been rendered in the desired format, and what we'll do now is we'll actually send the questionnaire to the Facebook user. So here it then asks for the Facebook user ID number. So Facebook user ID number, we have that noted down here. So we can enter that here, right? The number we can enter here, and let's first actually try a a wrong number, invalid. So we'll change the digits, like put some random digits. Send question. Yeah. So it says invalid Facebook user ID. It detects that. So now we must enter the actual correct one for it to succeed the sending procedure. So we'll enter the actual ID number and then send it. Okay, great. So now this questionnaire has been successfully sent to the user with the provided Facebook user ID number, right? And now we'll just go to the dashboard and have a look at the questionnaire that has been sent. So that's in view sent questionnaires not yet completed by users. All right. So not sent questionnaire not yet completed by users. If you have the one that we just sent, it has popped up here, the link ID. If we press this, it will show us the questionnaire that we just sent. It says sent to user, and it shows the questions that we prepared, and it has a button for send to another Facebook user, so we can send it to another user if we want the same questionnaire. Okay, so now let's go to the Facebook app. So we'll open the Facebook app here, and I'm already logged in, so I'll just go to the dashboard, and now I'm gonna access my received questionnaire, and we can see that the questionnaire that was prepared from the client account now shows up here. It has been sent to the Facebook user. If I click this, it will pull up the questionnaire that I basically I need to complete, right? And the relevant option buttons here, save and submit questionnaire. And so right now let's just fill up the questionnaire very quickly. Okay, so random question, let's just say the answer random answer. Okay, right. Okay, and how's your day yesterday? Well, good. How you been over the past week? Seemingly alright. What are your thoughts about the current political scenario? Okay. It happens to be rather interesting. Okay. Do you have any outing plans for the weekend? No. Okay. So we have everything answered, and now I'm going to just submit the questionnaire. Okay. So questionnaire has been completed and successfully submitted to the associated client. And now lastly, we can go to the web app, and I'm already logged in there. So we'll go to the completed questionnaire from users. We'll click on that button, and it brings up the completed questionnaire that was just submitted by the Facebook user. And now if we click on this link ID, it will pull up the submitted completed questionnaire that we just filled up right now with all those answers, and it also mentions completed by user, the Facebook the user ID number of the Facebook user to whom the questionnaire was sent. So we'll just go to the dashboard. Okay, wrapping up now, I'll say that overall the project was a great experience and also a great learning process. It gave me exposure of individually tackling a larger scale project in terms of project management skills, as well as, more importantly, approaching and solving a particular problem by developing a complete software system from scratch and extending it as per the requirements. There were numerous challenges that were faced during the development phase of the project, but they were suitably tackled. One such example was the presence of instances which required the need for passing state of variables between the back-end scripting language, which was PHP, and the front-end scripting language, which was JavaScript. The problem was overcome with the use of browser cookies, which were found to be a useful tool for communicating variable state for such instances. Lastly, in terms of further extending the project, there remains ample scope in various ways. This could be in terms of improving upon limitations as well as adding new capabilities. For instance, as it may have been observed, at present for the questionnaire modeling platform, any changes made by the client require the page to be reloaded to record the changes. However, this can be improved by allowing for asynchronous changes through the use of web development techniques like AJAX, which is asynchronous JavaScript and XML. Also, artificial intelligence and machine learning tools can be integrated into the applications to try to detect certain conditions, such as depression, among users based on the user's behavior. Alright, well, so that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much. Goodbye.